This is the time to realize that you have a 5-year window, and it's 3 for some, it's 8 for others, but this is a 5-year window for you to attack the life that you want to win.
I'm gonna get closer to you here. Exactly why you should start your goals the second that you leave college. You do not have all the baggage that you would normally have like when you're 40. I understand that a lot of you may have debt or some like family issues or problems or something, whatever it is. We all have problems. But the best reason why you should be attacking your goals as soon as you humanly can the second you leave college is because you're never going to have this kind of, freedom for the rest of your life. You're not going to have this chance ever again. And I understand like money might be an issue for a lot of people. That is why you really work 9 to 5. Not working 9 to 5 is amazing for like building a foundation, got nothing against it. But that is when you work 9 to 5 and then you work 5 to 9 in the morning and then straight after work. That is when you squeeze every single second, because the second that you leave college is the 3 to 8 year gap when you can fully go in without having like really any expectations of the world. Within 8 years, you might be like pregnant or something like that. You may have all these different responsibilities, but while you're nice and young, you can literally, as Gary Vee says, you can move into an apartment with like 8 people and just eat fast food and junk shit and work and like split the rent across like 8 different friends. This is when you can eat shit. And you might be like, you're copying Gary Vee because the advice is so fucking good and it needs to be said a lot more. This is the one and only bit of your life that you have no fucking luggage. Nothing. And you should make absolute as much time as you can to fully sacrifice your goals. I'm going to get closer to you here. This is the time that you really need to be optimizing as much as you can and doing as much as you can to really fight for the life you want. It's going to be difficult as shit. You've been in school, and yes, it may have been hard, but the reality is that shit is simple. That is simply when you know what to do, that they're bringing it all to you. You don't have to fight shit. They're just giving it to you. You might not like it, but they're giving it to you. It's all, nice and easy, one step after the other. No, real life is literally hands-on, no help at all. You're by yourself. That is why when you've got the freedom, and you don't have all the luggage, you go all in as much as you can. And like I said, I understand that you guys have debt. Some of you in America have like shit ton of debt. In the UK, wherever you are, you've got your own human problems, and I get that. But you really need to attack it. You're never going to have this opportunity again in life when you've got all of, the other luggage and stuff like that. You're not going to have this moment. If you want to start that band, start that band. If you want to start that business, start the business, start the brand, whatever you want to do with your life. You've only got one life. People are like thinking that they're going to be coming back. You ain't coming back. This is your one and only life. So why live it, working a 9 to 5 that you hate? Like I said, use the 9 to 5 as foundation. But the second you leave college, you need to be making sure you spend every single second, whether it's, you're down your parents and, you don't need to pay rent at the moment, or, you're down your girlfriends like I am right now, down my parents keep on mixing and matching, I've got money to pay rent and stuff like that. But this is the moment that you really optimize your time and you look down like, I'm not going to waste any more time. This is the life I want and I'm going to go full in on it. Because the sooner you start, the better. If you do not listen to this advice, and if you do not take any action, you're going to end up regretting it in 10 more years or however long. The sooner you start, the better. You do not want to be starting when it's way too late. The sooner you can start, the better. And I know I'm ranting on right now, but I really need to get this through to your head. I understand that people have difficulties. I understand that people don't know what to do with their lives, and that's okay. That is why this is so important. To experiment, travel the world, hook up with random people. If you'd like that girl, go and fucking ask her. Like I said, I cannot get in your head hard enough. You live life at one fucking time. That's all you get. So why sit around, dreading what could have happened and thinking what could have happened? Live life once. You're gonna fail. So fucking what? Put your shit out there. Ask that girl out. You lived life one fucking time. Once. So why not, when you've got no luggage, go out there, go all in on it. Don't give a shit about getting rejected. Don't give a shit about being laughed at, because they're going to laugh at you until you succeed. And when you do succeed, they're still not going to be happy. No one's going to be happy with you. They're going to just say it's overnight success and it's lucky. So why give a shit about other people's opinions and just fucking start? Because if you're watching this and you're like between the ages of 18 and 22 and you've just left education, then you don't have a fucking idea how lucky you are right now, and you should really take advantage of it.